Hello. You don't know me? Nor do I know you. But I will tell you what I do know. I know that my goat, Kusakabe, Kusakabe Atsuya or some shit, has a chance to win. He got like 0.0000000000000x and etc. 1% chance of winning, but there is a chance for him to win because he has a win con, my friends. And what is that win con, you might ask? Let me tell you. Kusakabe got a curse technique. Yeah, yeah. I I know you might be calling me crazy right about now. I know you might be thinking, who is this weird ass Indonesian with a thick butt who suddenly just proposed this idea that the person who has been stated over and over again to have no curse technique suddenly have a curse technique. Well, my friends, if you think that Kusakabe doesn't have a curse technique, you have a fucking bad eye. You got shit fucking reading comprehension. Because the sentence was not that Kusakabe is a grade 1 sorcerer who doesn't have a curse technique. He's just a grade 1 sorcerer who became a grade 1 sorcerer without a curse technique. And what do I mean about that? And what do I mean by that? We'll go back to this first evidence. Kusakabe has a curse technique, so he just perceive it to be weak and doesn't use it, and instead develop his body, his physical body, and his curse technique manipulations and simple domains. And we have a present. In this case, Mei used to be exactly like Kusakabe. Mei perceived her curse technique to be weak. She would train herself to be effective without a curse technique. She believes that a sorcerer's worth isn't in their curse technique, and but she was crushed by the reality that physical improvements and curse curse energy manipulation would stop improving at a certain point. Kusakabe and past Mei is the same type of sorcerer. The type of sorcerer to omit their curse technique in favor of their curse energy and their physical abilities, physical prowess. But because Mei was stuck, she couldn't reach grade 1 without her curse technique. She went back and mastered her curse technique, which is grade. But Kusakabe didn't do that. He doesn't need to do that because he has not reached the limit yet. He is not as egoistic as Mei. He is not as ambitious as Mei. He is cowardly in nature. And even so, he reached grade 1 without a curse technique. This would explain why Mei admires Kusakabe so much, and this would make more sense in my opinion because we haven't seen anyone who doesn't have a curse technique besides Yuji that could use curse energy. I mean, we have seen Miwa, but there has much like Kusakabe, we don't know yet if Miwa doesn't have a curse technique, right? They are probably the same, and Kusakabe's curse technique has also been foreshadowed in this panel, where Yuji and Kusakabe switch places. This is probably Kusakabe's curse technique, the body switching. And this would explain why he perceived it to be so weak, because you couldn't really use this in a fight, could you? Unless you could. Yes, you could. No, I'm sorry, that was a foreshadowing. You could use it in a fight against. You could like switch places with someone else and kill that person with that person's body, but then you would kill yourself. And that is not something Kusakabe would fucking want to do, right? Because he has a great sense of self-perseverance, of self-preserving, of preserving himself, as we have seen in the Shibuya incident. And him having a curse technique that he perceived to be weak so much that he would omit it and instead focus on physical improvement and curse energy manipulation would explain why he has insecurities. He would have such low self-esteem. And this, my friends, why is this um, fucking soul switching body swapping curse technique ever gonna be useful against Sukuna, let alone in the hands of someone like Kusakabe? Alright, so in conclusion, I believe that Kusakabe could switch places with Sukuna, could switch bodies with Sukuna. He would probably try to stall him out first and then try to beat him by some other way, but fail. And because Kusakabe, even though he is cowardly, he still has a sense of good in himself, he would probably sacrifice himself by switching place with Sukuna and trying to kill Sukuna while Sukuna is in his body. I personally think that this is not gonna fucking succeed though, I'm not gonna lie. There is the thing with Sukuna having two souls in him right now, and that Sukuna having two bodies, and yeah, that might hinder it, and we don't know what the requisites of Kusakabe switching bodies with somebody yet. So it's gonna be pretty hard probably. That's why he would perceive it to be weak in the first place. We don't know yet. We really don't know yet. But however it is, I personally believe, even though it is possible for Kusakabe, if this theory, this prophecy, because I really believe this is gonna be right. I mean, the star is all lining up. It's all there. The foreshadowing, the correlation with Mei, him having small PP, it's really it's lined up. I really think this is. I really think I hit the jackpot with this theory, with the Kusakabe's curse technique being the body switching, and Gege is gonna have him try to switch body with Sukuna theory. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna succeed, unfortunately. Thank you for watching, even though I know no one's gonna be watching this thing. Wait, how do I stop recording?